Hi, Nathan.
Hi, Anna. How are you?
Good. How are you? Please have a seat.
Thank you. Thank you for having me today.
You're welcome. Thanks for coming.
Yeah. I know over the last meeting we spent most of the time discussing, actually tasting the wine and discussing the actual wine. Now, I didn't have a chance to bring the Tête de Cuvée with me, which I was actually able to bring today. Would you like to taste that?
Yeah.
Now, once again, this is the actual bottle and wine that I thought of immediately when I heard the Miami Heat were looking for new champagne. As you can see, bottle's black. It's kind of got a gold tint, but it's kind of metallic, so it's kind of silver as well. Would you like to go ahead and taste it?
Yeah. A little bitter, but okay, that's great.
A little bitter, you said?
A little bitter.
Okay. So would you say that you like the other wines more than this one?
Well, as discussed in the last meeting, this is not my forte. I don't really specialize in the spirits. I just order it.
Okay.
But I did discuss with my colleagues the other wines and champagne that you suggested, and they're a little worried and skeptical with the taste and what our clients are used to, I guess. So, why did you suggest those wines and champagnes? Is my question, really.
Well, like I said in the last meeting, the Champagne Nicolas is the #1 selling champagne in France. So champagnes only come from France, the actual region of France, which I explained last time. And then it's also the #3 selling champagne in the world, and #5 in the U.S.
Okay.
Why I suggested Champagne Nicolas is I think it's a great product. Now, what types of wine do you typically drink? More sweeter, more drier wine?
Sweeter.
Sweeter wine?
But, I mean, I'm not the one that's going to be drinking it. The clients are. So that was my biggest concern when speaking to everybody else on the team. And they're like, well, Anna, how does he know that these are the ones that are going to be for us?
No, that's why I asked, just to get a range for who's tasting the actual wine, because the champagnes aren't typically a sweet wine. They aren't. They're more on the drier side. So you might not, these actual champagnes are a little bit drier. So these might not be the champagnes for you. But someone that is looking for a champagne, especially a high-end champagne, I think would really enjoy these. Like I said, it is the #1 selling champagne in the U.S. or in France, I'm sorry, and #5 in the U.S.
Okay.
So does that answer any of your concerns?
Nope, that's good.
That's good. Okay. Can we proceed?
Yes.
Now, as noted, last time we had spoken, we had discussed that the Miami Heat were looking for $250,000 a year in marketing support with a 3-year agreement.
Correct.
Okay. I went ahead and looked over it with the marketing team, and this is the business proposal that we are suggesting for you. Currently, we cannot do $250,000 a year for 3 years. What we can offer is $600,000 in total over the 3 years, but broken down a little bit differently. So if you may, the first year we're offering $400,000 up front. Okay, so it's $150,000 more than what you would initially gotten with your proposal.
Okay.
And then we're going to bring it back down to $150,000 the second year, and $50,000 the third. Okay.
Okay.
The reason we're doing this is because right now we do have the money to spend. We go ahead and get it. We have some free cash. We're not sure of the type of return on that investment. We're not sure that we'll be able to attract it later on. That's why we're not willing to go ahead and jump in that deep with $750,000. And that's why we're kind of backing off a little bit in the payments the second and third year.
Okay.
Do you have any questions regarding that?
Is there any way that we can compensate for the $150,000 that we'd be missing out on?
Yes, absolutely. That's why I brought the glass along with me. The glassware, this is the specific Pomodoro glassware that is sold with the actual bottle. It's made by Riedel Glassware. Now, what we're suggesting is that using these in the club suites, in the club level. It's made out of glass, so it's going to be, you're going to need carpet, but we'd also contacted a plasticware company, and what we're willing to do is work with them in designing a similar product like this, something that the consumer will be able to take home with them as a souvenir of the Heat game and of Champagne Nicolas. It would be up to your art team to design some type of scheme that they would want to use for the glass, but it's something we've come up with. Does that sound like it might be able to match up for the 150,000? And of course, we cover the cost.
Okay, that's good. My only concern is storage, and not only with the new champagne glasses that we'll be ordering and distributing, but also with the wine bottles and the new champagne that we're incorporating in our bars. We don't have that much storage space, so I'm curious as to delivery and is it same day delivery? Is it 24-hour delivery? If we need a restock, how does that work with your distributor?
Okay, delivery time is about 24 hours.
Okay.
How much storage space do you have to work with?
Not that.
What's not that much? You probably have 4 cases on each floor that you can work with.
Three cases.
3 cases.
Wow. Cases.
That is not a lot of space at all.
No.
And you have 4 stories, or 4 floors to cover.
Right, but I mean, champagne is the higher end clients, and that's why we don't have as much space reserved for the champagne. And this is the first year we're incorporating champagne, so it's kind of like a trial run. If it works well, then we know for next season to a lot more, so we only have 3.
Of course. So what we're actually suggesting, the company's actually suggesting, is using the quarter bottles, the smaller bottles that I had shown you,
Okay.
which will take up less space. The cases actually only stand about 6 inches high, or a little bit wider, a little bit longer. But like I did say, we do have just-in-time shipping as well. So what we can work out is some type of arrangement where, if you want, you can still take advantage of the one on 9 discount, where we'll give you the discount for the first year, ship to you what you need. Right? Now, if there's for any reason that you think you're going to need more, or that we run out of room for storage, what I can work with the distributor is maybe sending over some type of cooler space.
Oh, okay.
Something you'd find on like the back of a semi truck,
Mm-hmm.
one of those. And we could park it near the arena, near the storage unit, somewhere where it's out of the way of all the shipping and all the trucks.
Okay, perfect.
Does
And
that-
make a note of that.
Yeah, does that settle any of your concern? I mean, that would be the extreme.
Yeah, that would
Really
be the
wouldn't wanna do
extreme.
that. But if we do need it, I mean, if we need the space, that's good. I mean, the product's selling.
Correct.
So that's good. So does that answer some of your concerns?
Yeah, that was my concern, and just the delivery is 24 hours. That's workable. We can work around that. That's fine. Perfect. Now the glasses, everything. Okay. So as I said, I'm not really familiar with wine, spirits. I mean, I just handle the business aspect of everything. And I spoke to some of my colleagues, and they're like, "Oh, the taste." They kept on suggesting different things. Now, I'm not going to be working with them the whole time. I'll be working with you one-on-one, correct? You'd be my direct contact person.
Yeah, for Champagne Nicolas, I'd be your contact person.
So I wanted to just get to know you a little bit more and your background and how educated you are in this spirits industry, because I really do not know much. Or I know the bare minimum, but if we want to move forward as we are with Champagne now, I'm a little skeptical as to who I'm working with and how much I can trust you in your decision and suggestions.
All right. Are you more concerned with my business experience as far as spirits?
Not so much business, more personal knowledge.
Okay.
In relations with spirits.
Well, personally, I think I represent a great company. I think I represent the best wine company in the entire industry. Speaking from a little bit of experience, I've worked in the wine industry, in the spirits industry for 7 years. I worked for 2 years in liquor and wine, working as a distributor. In the past 5 years, I've been working for St. Michel Wine Estates as their salesperson, and I've been selling Champagne Nicolas for the last year, which is when St. Michel actually acquired the importing rights for them. As far as my knowledge with champagne is, this is the first champagne I've sold. But we do have actually on our portfolio a number of sparkling wines, which I am very, very familiar with. So I might only have about a year's experience with actual selling of champagne. I have about 7 years experience with spirits and 5 with specific sparkling wines.
Okay.
So, and as far as contacting me, I'm just a phone call away. I have BlackBerry, so I'm able to get my emails, my text messages, my phone calls. But really, if you have any questions, any concerns, anything that you might need to drop off with the arena, anything that I might be able to do, just please call me, and I'll go ahead and please talk you through it.
Perfect. Yes.
Settle the problem.
I'm always running around, and I need somebody that's remotely available for me.
No, I understand how wine can be intimidating, and I don't want you to feel intimidated by it. It's very easy. Once people enjoy the wine, it's very easy to sell. So, and like I said, I'm just a phone call away.
Beautiful. You know what, Nathan? I really like you, and I really trust you on this one, and I want to move forward with this proposal. What do we have to do?
All right. Well, I went ahead and brought a contract along with you. So what all I need you to do is sign right here, and just states the actual proposal in the case agreement.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Wow. Look like a Band-Aid. Perfect.
That's it.
Thank you. You've been amazing.
You have a great day.
You too.